McLaren's plan was to stem the flow of runs in the first session through defensive field placings while conditions worsened for batting. He was thwarted by the genius of Victor Trumper. Trumper's natural ability was in evidence from childhood. Back in 1894 in Trumper's hometown of Sydney, Andrew Stoddart's visiting England team had invited local youngsters to bowl at them in the nets. Trumper appeared and the English tourists were informed of his talents with the bat, so invited young Victor to bat against their test bowling attack of Lockwood, Richardson, Peel and Briggs. The England team, who went on to triumph in that particular Ashes series, were united in their opinion that Victor Trumper would one day become the greatest batsman in the world. Even in a time when those fortunate enough to witness him play have long since passed on, Trumper remains the incarnation of batting elegance and artistry. He was to become the most popular Australian cricketer of his era, perhaps of all time, idolised by the public and loved by his contemporaries for his unaffected modesty and generosity of spirit. His innings in this match was one of his most iconic. Trumper and Reggie Duff attacked the bowling from the outset and put on a century stand. Duff had announced himself to Test cricket with a sensational century on debut at Melbourne earlier that year. His career was a short one, bookended with another 100 on his final Test in 1905. But alcoholism was to affect Duff's game. He was to leave cricket before the age of 30 and died in poverty at 33 in 1911. Trumper would himself pay for much of the cost of Duff's funeral. The outfield had now dried enough to enable Bill Lockwood to run in. After just over an hour and a quarter, with 135 already on the scorecard, Lockwood had Duff caught by wicket-keeper Dick Lilly. Trumper was joined by the famous South Australian left-hander Clem Hill, and the onslaught continued. A famous century was completed by Trumper, and Australia were an incredible 173 for 1 by lunch.